good conversation. How to become good at conversation. In this particular series we are going to see various tips, various strategies, various techniques that you can use for becoming a good conversationist. Now we need to define what is good conversation. So let me ask you, what is a conversation? Let me answer that question for you. Before I tell you what conversation is, let me tell you what it is not. Good conversation is not a lecture. You are not conversing properly when you are lecturing someone, when you are telling them what to do, how to do, what are morals, what are immorals. That is not conversation. So remember, lecture does not mean conversation. Conversation does not mean giving information also. Okay? You have knowledge about lots and lots of things. When you are speaking with somebody else, when you think that you are conversing with some people, you try to share your knowledge with them. You try to give part of your knowledge to them. But remember, that is not conversation. Conversation is not giving information. Conversation is not argument. It's not something that you need to win or you don't have to lose on whatever topic or point you are discussing. Conversation is not an argument. Conversation is not debate. Okay? Every time you don't have to cross somebody else's point and try to convince them to your way of thinking. No, conversation is not a debate. Conversation is not at all about winning and losing. Whoever has got upper hand, that is not conversation. Okay, now I told you what conversation is not. Okay, so let's see what good conversation actually is, so that you will come to know the difference between these two, what it is not and what it is, and accordingly you can go ahead and become a good conversationist. Okay, so the first good conversation is natural talk. You are being yourself. You don't pretend to be someone else. You don't pretend to be knowledgeable. You don't pretend to be, at somewhat upper level than the person with whom you are doing conversation. Conversation, good conversation means natural talk. It's the way that you go with the flow. Very easily you are talking with others. That is the way you are supposed to talk. Because you are yourself. You are being you only. You are not pretending to be, you are not professor there, or you are not an accountant at that time, you are not father, you are not husband. No role is necessary in good conversation. Secondly, good conversation is easy talk. Doing conversation with someone does not need lots and lots of preparation. It's easy. Or rather, it should be easy. You should not be. You shouldn't be thinking a lot before saying something. No, that happens in interviews. That happens in your sales presentations. That happens in your meetings. Conversation is not meeting. Conversation is not an interview. Conversation should be very easy talk. The way you feel, you should be able to talk. That is easy talk and called as good conversation. Okay? And most importantly, what good conversation is, it's an exchange of thoughts and ideas. You have to focus on this word exchange, not giving thoughts, not only taking thoughts. It's an exchange of ideas and thoughts. You are giving ideas, at the same time you are taking ideas from other people also. That is a good conversation. Now we know what conversation is not, and we know what conversation is.